Hi, everybody. We are on day 3 and the last day.
Yeah.
And again, I am just checking.
Check,
I am
check.
just, yeah, check. Here we go. Yep. Nice. This has been pretty smooth, I gotta say.
Knock on wood.
As far
Things got a little dicey. Things got a little dicey with my internet last night. So we'll
okay.
see. I've got a lot of tabs open here. So
Oh,
we'll
I got
see.
a lot. I got a lot myself. Yeah, no, we've been doing good. I think we've been
Yep.
doing really good. So welcome everyone to day 3 or evening 3 of the healing series with Anastasia, and my lovely guest, Melissa. So tonight we're going to be talking about quantum frequency numbers, tapping with quantum frequency numbers. Um, Before I get into that, I really want to say a really big thank you, not just for agreeing to do this, but you have been like a million times open. And we were chatting and I said, "Can I post this in a private group? And can I post it, and you're like, "Absolutely." And you've just
Yeah.
been like so open and just vulnerable and authentic. And um I appreciate that, number one. I know
Yeah.
people watching it can feel it. And then, like, when you show up and you're that open, that just means you're that ready to make a shift and make a change.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes, even for me, like when I work with people, I just put it all out on the table. What's to hide? I'm ready to let it
Yeah.
go. You
No,
know,
I feel the same way. Yeah.
but sometimes there are certain things, like I don't tell everybody everything because there needs to be a level of trust. I was talking about that with somebody today, and I said there has to be a level of trust that's built in order for people to
Yeah.
to say, okay, I'm ready to share. Um, so part of it is like I think I don't even know. I'm not going to wager the percentage. I know part of it is me. A lot of it is you,
Mm.
ready, willing, able, and open. So
Yeah.
I thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate all of that. Yeah. Two things I want to share. One, I'm a practitioner too, and part of how I help people might only be them seeing my story, me sharing parts of my journey on social media or in public forums. Like that may be all the only exposure they ever have of me. And I just feel like that's part of my purpose, is to be able to share my journeys, to give someone else some sort of additional or different insight or tip, tool, something that can help them navigate, right? Because there is not necessarily a book of life, and how we navigate it. Yeah. So thank you I feel very seen. So I appreciate that. I also wanted to share that the aha that I had this morning is, for the last probably 6 weeks, I've been thinking, okay, I've been doing all this money and abundance mindset work and energy work, and I'm still feeling like there's more that needs to be done, but it's something that I probably needed to be doing in partnership with somebody else. And feeling like, but I just financially cannot afford it right now. And then you pop into my messenger and are like, hey, I want to do this thing, and I would be so appreciative and honored if you would help me with it. And so what I realized today is that was abundance showing up in the way that it does, that we don't always pay attention to, especially when we talk about money, right? Because with money, it's like we tend to think, I would like to get some energy healing work done and work with someone. I need the money to pay this person. And that's not always the way that the universe provides what it is that we're asking for and what it is that we need. So I had that aha moment myself and kind of chuckled, and I'm sharing it for your audience as well, because yeah, that's one of the ways that energy works and abundance works, is by showing up in the ways that we don't necessarily expect or think of, because we are sometimes so blinders on.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you. Yeah. And a lot of times I don't do it. I don't do it as often as I would like to,
Mm.
but we just need to say, like, to the universe, to source, whatever you call it, I need help. And I can't like give you a concrete example because I can't remember it, but in the past like 2 or 3 months, I have said I need blah blah blah, and it did show up. It showed up because I asked.
Yeah.
And you and I know that we just need to ask, and we need to ask for help, and we need to ask our angels and our like whomever, our guides.
Yep.
They want to help so bad,
Yep.
and we just have to ask. I think part of the asking is it's a declaration, and it's like I'm ready. It's an intention.
Yeah.
I know I can like have it floating around in here,
Yeah.
and then it gets lost because it's a big pot of soup or a big pot of something.
Yeah.
But when you just claim, you're actually claiming it. You're like, I deserve this. I want this. I need this.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and I totally understand where you're coming from because sometimes we don't always have the money for X, Y, and Z, and yet you
Mhm.
never know who's willing to trade or barter or help you out. Just help you out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So I just wanted to share that because that was like a little aha um that I had as I was thinking about the last few days. So
yeah, that's nice. And I was reading some of the comments, I think from last night, and somebody said, I, these interviews have been really great. And I didn't think of them as interviews so much
mm,
because I'm, showcasing some of my work. That's the whole point of this is to showcase the work because I find I can come on and do a live and it's okay, nice, and people might get something out of it, but how does it look? Like I can talk about the pendulum, but if nobody's ever seen you work with a one or had that session, it's like it's like magic. It's literally like I'm sorry,
right.
I'm not tooting my own horn, but it's like watching magic, and you're like, how does that work? I don't even get it. What did
Yeah.
they just do? It's an
Right. Right.
illusion.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so I thought of like this would be perfect to like have a real person on
Yeah.
live, So yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Well, you were just like saying that it didn't necessarily feel like an interview,
Oh,
but
yes. Yeah.
I have enjoyed what you've offered me, right? But I've also enjoyed the conversation around it, and I recognize again just from my own business and how I show up online as well that
Yeah.
having this dialogue back and forth really is helpful to people. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Hmm.
So it is, yeah, it has kind of felt like an interview. And this, to be honest, is how I work with people. It's not just me talking at you. It's a conversation. It's how do you feel? How does that feel? Does that make any sense? How does it relate to your life? So this is, just a little snippet of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been really nice.
Thank you for like saying that, like not even so much for me, but you said something that I want to like be able to like bounce back to you and for your audience is that that's part of like what we do with like when we work with energy is, at least this is the case for me, and I think it's the case for everybody, to be honest, but I help people move energy by the conversations that we have, right? And so it is not uncommon, and maybe you experience this too, to have situations where a client shows up and they're the ones doing all the talking and I'm just doing the listening, as opposed, because one of the things that I do, just as like a quick refresher and to give context, is I'm an intuitive coach and a psychic. So like I get spiritual guidance for people. And initially when people would spend the whole session talking, I'm like, you're not giving me a chance to talk and I have the information. And then I realized they're actually processing and healing and clearing as they're talking, and I'm just the space holder. And you have such a beautiful energy. I'm sure that's the case. And aura and all of that. I'm sure that's the case for you, for people as well.
Thanks. Yeah, we're here to hold space. I agree. Like people aren't heard in today's world. They need a sounding board. They need just somebody to listen without, and especially when you're working with somebody you haven't met before, you can't, there's no judgment because there's no history there. It's like,
Right.
they're just listening. They're there for you. So that's really
And
cool.
one thing to stress too, because we do virtual work, right? And a lot of people sometimes, and I understand this, like it's a preference to work with someone face to face, like in person. And I get that. But energy work can be done virtually this way as well.
Yeah.
And it's just as powerful because, again, it's about that connection and the space holding and the energy between. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks for that. I did an exchange with somebody last year and she did cranial sacral. And I've
Mm.
only experienced that hands-on. Like never have I experienced it virtual. But she had a table and she imagined me on the table and she was working up through the chakras. So she was blending like energy work but cranial sacral.
Yeah.
It was one of the most powerful sessions I've ever had. I
Yeah.
was releasing for like 4 days. I mean,
Wow.
yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you can't do a massage virtually. That I can say no.
Right.
If they do energy work,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was blown away, really blown away. So, all right, let's get
Yeah.
into the numbers. And
Yes.
I know people have popped in and out. If anybody's here, we'd love you to just say hi. Don't be shy.
Right.
And so today is not just for Melissa. Everyone that's listening can
Mm.
tap along, right? So this is for you too. This is like it's universal. These numbers are like universal. I didn't create a code just for you, and I have more than one, so we'll see how many we get through.
Okay.
Um, have you seen any of my little ones that I do do the card and I have people tap? Have you seen any of those yet? I'm just wondering
I
if you're coming in fresh.
No, I haven't. So this is another one where I'm really excited to
Okay.
and I'm excited about the quantum number part. And maybe you were gonna do this, but if you could share a little bit about it, because like I don't know if it's the same thing. I like number synchronicities are huge for me. It's not
Mm-hmm.
uncommon for me to see lots of like 111s, 333s, but also like the same numbers all the time. Like catch 1234 every day. Like if I
Nice.
fall asleep before 10 o'clock, I will wake up at 10:34. Like if that makes sense. Like consistently if I fall asleep. So is how do those are they the same? Are they different?
Oh, good question. Yeah. So when people see repeating numbers like that, and I'm not into it as much as some other people, but I do have a book. I don't have it with me. It's from Doreen Virtue. It's Angel Numbers. There's tons of them out there, different authors. So when you see repeating numbers, that's a message from the universe. And that's like a number that's special to you. And I feel like when people see it over and over, it's like to me, other people can have a different message. Sometimes it's like a loved one coming through,
Sure.
right? For me, it's like there's a number for me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm getting a wink by God. Like I got an
Mm,
I love you. Because you've looked at the clock. Oh, there's that number again. That's your number. That's your special number. So I'm getting like a little I love you kind of thing.
yeah.
So yeah, but if you have one of those books, then you can look up what does 123 mean or 555 because there is meaning to the sequences of the numbers. So absolutely. So these are a little different, and they're called different things. Sometimes you'll hear me say it's a code or a frequency number or a quantum frequency number. Quantum just because you can have a quantum jump from like not feeling good to feeling really good just by tapping with these numbers. They're called healing frequency numbers, all sorts of different things. So
Okay.
does that answer your question?
It does. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So do you have pen and paper, I'm sure, because
I
I know
do.
you're a note taker. Okay.
I am.
So let's start with I'm gonna have you write these down, Melissa.
Okay.
And the first one is, well, let's not start with like this is a long one. Let's not start with that. Let me not overwhelm you. How about the first one is for to ease the condition of financial constraint.
Mm,
So we want to release that.
okay.
Ease condition of financial restraint. So you're going to write 99 and then leave a space,
Hmm.
67 space 153.
Okay.
I'm going to have you do that sequence twice. So I just doused to see how many times. So basically, I'll just pan the camera down a little. We're tapping in the middle of the chest, just anywhere. I'll do it so you can watch me first, and then I'll have you do it. So I like to take a nice deep breath before, and you can tap at any time. And this is to bring in this ease condition of financial constraint. So it would go like this: 9967153. 9967153. And then I just invite people to just take their hands into their heart area, take a nice deep breath in and out, and let that sink in, let that ground. And then notice how you feel. Some people don't feel anything. Some people feel different things. Some people feel energy surging through their bodies. Now, do you mind doing it? Because I want you to say it. I know you were following along with me. Are you okay with saying it out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 times, right?
Twice. And I'll tell you to stop. You don't have to like count the rounds. So you just tap and I'll tell you when to stop. And I'll tap with you.
Okay. 9967153. 9967153.
Okay. That was easy because that was just 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes they work right away. Sometimes people will feel them a little, after the fact. And just like with a stone, if somebody holds a stone or a flower essence, people don't feel anything at all.
That tends to me, but I'm also trying to be better about saying out loud and putting out there, I don't feel things in my body, because that isn't true.
Yeah.
It's just energy for me. I don't feel it as definitely as intently as other people do.
Yeah. Yes.
So far I don't, but I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah, that's okay. No, that's good that you said that, because some people they don't feel things so much in their body, or they feel it more emotionally. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, I just say to people, it's working vibrationally, energetically. It's a tool. I don't do a whole hour of this with people. I may start a session. It depends. If I feel called to start a session with a card,
No.
I have a card deck that somebody made, and I'll pull a card for them. And sometimes I end with a session, because if I've never met the person before and we've done a whole hour, towards the end, now there's been a theme. Now there's been, like with you, money, right? So these are all about money. So if I've worked with somebody for an hour, then I might go, oh, let me pull a card. Let's like kind of wrap up the session with a card. And I might give them some codes to work on in between sessions or after. I might say, this would be helpful. So the other way you can work with these is you can write it down on a piece of paper and put it in your pocket, kind of like keep it close to you. You can put it under your pillow or above, like, where you sleep, like on the wall, because it's the vibration. My favorite way, and I don't have a glass, my favorite way is to just put your drinking water on it, because the numbers being infused into the water.
Oh, I love
that. How they have those nice glass bottles now where you've got the stones inside, the crystals, and the stones are infusing the water. Same thing. You're infusing the water with, you could even tape it you can tape the numbers to your nice jar there, or you could do this. So try it. See, it's kind of an experiment. And for those people that know of Dr. Emoto's work, I forget his first name, but he's the gentleman that took pictures of water, like crystals, right? He would, under a microscope, so he would put a drop on a little slide, put it under the microscope, and then all these beautiful crystals would form. And he would talk to the water before. So he'd say to some of the glasses, I love you. And to some, he'd say, I hate you. And the structure of the water was completely different. Sure. And for people that have, you can go get the book at the library, because I know the libraries have them if you don't want to order it. The crystals where you say, I love you, or joy, or peace are magnificent. And the ones where you're saying not nice things, they're like brown and they're all distorted. They don't look good. because the water picks up the vibration of the word, and
Yeah.
we are 70-80% whatever water. So, think about like what you're saying. So you're tapping
Yeah.
that frequency into your body, and it's being absorbed cellularly through the water.
Yeah. I
So
love that.
yeah, it's a fun thing, for,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't do a whole hour session of this. It's too much tapping. Too much, it's just too much.
Right.
It's not necessary. Um,
Sure.
I did some work with somebody, the woman that created the card deck, and I was in so much pain. I bawled for like 20, well, maybe 20 minutes is a long time. The second time I worked with her, I was like full on 5 minutes, full on like waterworks. And she's a practitioner. I'm a practitioner. And I just let it rip because I couldn't couldn't pull it back. But
Yeah.
I was like, I said to her after, I was like, Marion, I said, have you ever had anybody just lose it? And
Yeah.
she was like so professional, so dignified. She goes, no, not yet. She's Irish. And I'm like, oh, I'm your
You're
first.
welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to Anastasia's world. Like waterworks over here.
Oh my
But
gosh,
I'm
that's funny.
emotional, and I hold a lot in,
Yeah.
and when you hold a lot in, it's like a dam that
Yeah.
just breaks, right? And I knew, like, it didn't matter what card she pulled for me. I'm telling you, it did not matter. My body was going to respond with release and healing, and it did. And it was
Yeah.
perfect. And I didn't, a lot of people she works with feel immediate stuff. It takes me like 4 hours, sometimes 24 hours to kind of feel it. So that can happen too. It's not always an immediate thing.
Yeah.
And again, with anything vibrational and energetic, you may not feel anything at all. It depends on the person. It depends on where they're at in their
Yeah.
situation. All right. So this next one is a little longer. I thought this one might be good. And you can use these like after if you'd like not just tonight if you feel called.
Great.
So this one is for financial security. And it says in parentheses, if allowed in the life plan. And most of the codes don't have that in parentheses, if allowed in the life plan. But that is just to say that it's almost like not a guarantee. Like if you tap with this, if you decide to tap on this for like your whole life and you don't, it's just sort of like if it's allowed for you to be financially secure. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be poor or destitute, but I just want to say that to you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a little caveat that
Yeah.
that they put in. And like I said, in my book that I have, I've only seen them do it 2 or 3 times in like hundreds of codes.
Sure.
So we'll just focus on financial security.
Yeah.
That's all we have to focus on. All right. So this one is there's 5 different groupings. So the first one is 1-3
Okay.
space 2-4 space 6-8-6 space 9-7-8-9 space 4-5-1-6.
Okay.
Do you want to repeat it back to me just so I make sure it came across correctly?
I do, because that one, the 9 one really threw me for a sec. I had to stop. So 1-3 2-4 6-8-6 9-7-8-9 4-5-1-6.
Perfect. Yep, you got it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that sequence 3 times, or I'll have you do it. I'll tap along with you. And
Okay.
so anybody watching this is also for you, financial security.
And you said 3 times?
Yeah, do it and then 2 more times. And this one I will definitely tell you when to stop because I won't expect you to
Okay.
count the rounds.
All right. Perfect. I am
right.
ready.
Yeah, so take a nice deep breath, Melissa. And whenever you're ready, you can start.
1-3 2-4 6-8-6 9-7-8-9 4-5-1-6. 1-3 2-4 6-8-6 9-7-8-9 4-5-1-6. +1-3-2-4-6-8-6-9-7-8-9-4-5-1-6.
Perfect. Yay. And then just take a minute. Um, Marion, sometimes, that's the woman that created the card deck. She sometimes will have people get up and just walk,
Yeah.
I'm not going to have you do that, but it's just good to move, integrate. And of course, after, please drink water. It'd be good
Yeah.
to drink water. So how did that one feel?
I don't know if it's just like the zone that I'm in, or also like there does like a degree of pressure, like everyone's watching you, don't screw this up, right? Like I can't even deny that. But I did feel like once I got going, it felt like a little out of body isn't the right word. Like my mouth just took over. Like it reminds me when I'm channeling. And where like the words are like coming out of my mouth and I know I'm saying them, but they're not mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A little like a trance, kind of like
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I know I do. I find it really relaxing too. I just like focus on the numbers and I tap and I just sort of like forget about anything else. All right. This one's fun. You might want to play with this. This one is for unexpected windfall.
Ooh.
Again, no promises, no guarantees, but it's not going to hurt if you tap on this. So,
Okay.
anybody watching, you might want to write this number down. Okay, ready?
Yes.
So, 96 space 81 space 257.
Okay, that one's shorter. I like scrunched it way over on the left side of my margin, and I'm like, oh, plenty of room.
Nice. I should have warned you. All right, so that one is 3 times. I know that second one we did, that's a pretty long one, but it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, 3 times this one, right?
3, yeah. Whenever
Okay.
you're ready. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because Dawn has a question.
Oh, yes.
Hi, Dawn. We love that you've been here all 3 times with us. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you tap? Right? I tap in the center of my chest.
Oh, yeah, she probably can't see me.
Yeah. So anywhere, like, now, if you don't like that, if it's really, really tender, top of the head, I personally don't think it matters. I really don't. I was taught here, but if this feels better, do that. Do wherever feels good.
Yeah.
And if people don't tap, that's okay too. I think just saying them is fine as well. But I like the physical. I just like tapping. So
yeah.
When I work with people, I'm really big on this. I'm a big, well, I used to be a big rule follower, but in the energy world, I'm like, nope, like follow your gut, follow your guidance, follow your intuition. I think rules are made to be broken, especially with energy, because, well, not with energy. In the energetic world, there aren't any rules. It's what
Correct.
works for you. That's what I tell people. Do what works for you. If it doesn't work the way I'm showing you, find another way or learn from someone else. And I'm all for easy too. Like life has been kind of hard, for some people.
Right.
Talking, right? Like, well,
Right.
we don't need to make it more complicated. Let's have
Right. Well, and I would even like take it one step further. If someone is recommending, so if you're recommending to me tap here, and there's something inside of me being like, no, tap here, that's your intuition, like follow it, right? It's an opportunity for you to actually, within an energetic space, using energetic modalities to be able to understand your intuition in a different way than you probably experience it in the day-to-day.
Yeah. And this is coming from Melissa, who works with energy, and she coaches people and helps people. So absolutely. I'm just a big proponent of, please do what works for you. Find a different way, and then show other people your way. We all like learning from each other and growing. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yep. I'm ready, girl.
9681257. 9681257. 9681257.
Nice. It doesn't hurt too. I mean, this is just coming to me. Like before you tap, I think this would be a cool thing to do is really feel what an unexpected windfall would feel like. Like really
Ooh.
feel it. Yeah. Bring it into your feeling body and then tap. Sit with all of them, financial security. And I work with the questions. How am I financially secure? How am I deserving of financial security?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can tap with it, like really feel it, because the numbers are doing their job, but why not partner with the numbers and really like feel it?
Right.
I keep saying feel it, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Imagine that it's already happened. Imagine you're already living the outcome of what we're tapping on. This is cool. This is because it's just coming to me.
It's so funny because every time you say unexpected windfall and I look at it written on my paper, it reminds me of a tarot card. I do not know which tarot card it is because like in my mind, it feels like a little jokery, but a little like, ooh, I think it's the 5 of Pentacles. Patty would be so proud of me because I'm not normally a tarot person. So anyways, I'm more oracle cards, but anyways, and it's, I don't know, that's what's popping in for me. But I did a reading for myself using tarot cards not too terribly long ago, like maybe like within the last like 6 months. And it was all like super promising when it came to like abundance and financial security and stuff. And so every time you say it and every time I hear it, I get like this mental image of those 2 cards.
Yeah, which is great. See, you're feeling it. You're bringing it in via that feeling of when you pulled the cards for you. So that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did we tap already on that? I'm like,
Yep.
I'm a little tired tonight, guys. We tapped. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm like, I'm losing it. I've got one more just because. So I did pull one from the card deck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is called Flight of Freedom. Free to be me. Whether it is a smooth journey or not, your feathers are ruffled along the way. Your outcome is set and solid in your mind of what you want, and so be it. So there's a number here. I'll just, whenever you're ready. So this is just what the back of the card looks like. It's got everything I just read, and then with the number at the bottom. Flight of Freedom. So it says.
So did you randomly pull that card, or that's like just a card where you're like, oh, this just feels like it resonates?
No, I actually randomly pulled it for you before we hopped on, because I was just curious what was going to come out.
It really resonates for me in a way that, first of all, it feels kind of obvious, right? Like Flight of Freedom. But there, I don't know, there's just something about it, and I really like the images. I like if we're applying some of the things we know from like tarot, I like that the birds are like appear to be flying like upward and forward. And there's something to me about the middle one, because the middle one, first of all, that's color is standing out to me, but we had talked the other day about first chakra. But its feathers seem more ruffled, but it's not, it's keeping up with the other 2 birds. I don't know. That's just like my intuitive interpretation of those.
Good job with your visual analysis. I like it. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to find the meaning for us in the card, not for somebody else.
Yeah. The meaning. Like what it like says to me, like one of the many things I feel like it says to me is like, I'm trying to think about how to language it. The flight to freedom, the flight to onward and upward isn't always going to be pretty, right? That one bird's like feathers look like all ruffled and it looks like it fell down a hill and like lost flight for a while, but it's like it's still marching forward. Some days I feel like I fell and rolled down the hill.
I love you, Melissa. For me, it would be falling out of the bird's nest and like,
right. Like, wow. Oh, geez, are you all right down there? Yep, it's all good.
I hear you. We have a question, and then I want to say something about the card. So,
Yeah.
Patty, what's the difference between making statements or using numbers for tapping? Well, today we're tapping with the numbers to bring in the frequencies. So we're bringing in this is flight of freedom. So if I'm understanding your question correctly, you can make a statement and tap. You can say I am whatever, I am whole, I am worthy. You can absolutely do that because you're anchoring that in. We're just using the frequency numbers to bring in, you know, this feeling here. And I don't know if you've been watching us since close to the beginning, but we were tapping on financial security. So we were using those numbers to tap. So if I didn't answer your question, you can write it again or you can private message me after because I know Patty. So I hope that answers it.
I feel like um it's the same thing but different, right? Like
Yeah.
ultimately, like it's your for me the tapping. I mean, I know there's different uh, benefits and purposes of it, but it's like it's just I don't know. You get really super present in the moment
Yeah.
when you're tapping. So to me, that's what it is. So.
Yeah. And it's grounding. Oh, sorry. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like that's to me it's like they're two different this a statement versus numbers
Mm,
are different, but the goal is the same, right? For
yeah.
you to like really just like take in your physical vessel the energy that comes from either the words or the numbers.
Yeah, I agree. The intention is the same. So some people are feel more comfortable with affirmations, or like I do the questions to bridge, and then some people just like the frequency because they just want to pull a card. They don't want to think about like an I am
Mhm.
statement for themselves. They want to pull a card and see what the card says.
Yeah.
So, but I like, you know what I like is the first sentence, free to be me, because you are like you're blazing a trail in your business, like you're doing it your way. So you're
Mhm.
free to be you. Your outcome is set and solid in your mind of what you want. And
Yeah,
so it's
I love that.
okay. So Dawn is giving us 100%. So that resonates with her. And then Patty says, cool. You're welcome. All right. So this number is 324 and then space 344 space 244. And that one we'll do 3 times too. Or you'll do 3 times. Whenever you are ready. And you know what? You're gonna be looking, yeah. I was gonna hold this up, but you're gonna be looking down. So tap away. Oh, you're muted, darling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My dog is being growly tonight.
Aw.
I know.
We love the dogs.
All right. 324 344 244. 324 344 244. 324 344 244.
Yeah, perfect. Nice.
My family will think I'm strange when I'm having a financially stressful moment in time and I'm in the corner tapping saying those numbers to myself. Oh, I already some days think I'm
Oh. Well,
a little out there.
you should walk around with at least a sage smudge stick too while you're at it and wave some feathers around. I mean,
Just really just tie the bow on top.
yeah. I mean, if they're good, if they're gonna think we're strange,
Right.
might as well look the part
Right,
too.
exactly.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
It's all about the belly laughs for me. For those of
right?
you who don't know, yeah. Just got to be a little goofy. So, all right. Well, that is tapping with frequency numbers. And let me see if I just want to say anything, and then I'll have you, while I'm chatting, think about. I would love to know, like, maybe what your favorite part was, like during the 3 days, or just anything, because I know you have great shares, so I love it. So it doesn't matter what you say. Like I'm just throwing out some questions, but anything you want to say, and I think I'm gonna.
Do
I
you
don't
want me to
know.
talk first?
Well, I'll say a little something and then I'll wrap up too. I just, invite anyone that feels called to learn more. You are welcome to reach out. I have a 15-minute discovery call, and you can see if this work might be something that works for you. Um, I do super connection sessions, the hour we could talk about anything, or I also, there's a option where you can book an hour to work on money, money blocks, which is what we did with Melissa. But it could be anything, and I'll incorporate the frequency numbers most likely, and whatever else I need to. And the flower essences are optional. That's just an option for people that just really supports them. I was thinking about that today, and how they're so supportive for me. And I go days and weeks of not taking it, and now I literally just have a bottle where I see it every day, and it's 2 or 3 times a day, or in my water a couple times, because it really helps. I think that sometimes those are underestimated, because when you're taking them and you feel like your emotions are you're kind of level, you're like, oh, they're not really working. Well, that's the whole point, is that they're working to release all the stuff that's buried. And I just noticed for me, when I stop, like 2, 3 weeks go by and I'm just like a little twitchy, and I'm a little extra irritable, and just something somebody says, which shouldn't really bother me, really sets me off. I'm like, oh,
Sure.
I got to grab my flower essence blend. So I forgot to share that yesterday, so I wanted to bring that back. And so I'll pass the talking stick over to you.
Yeah. Um, well, I think I don't remember if I shared it yesterday or on the first day, but you and I had worked together with Super Connection, and it's similar to another modality that I'm super familiar with. So I knew what to expect with that. But I didn't know what to expect with the flower essence and the quantum numbers and the tapping. So what I really enjoyed is learning about 2 different modalities.
You're muted again.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Um, did you catch all that? Did it mute at the end?
Like maybe the last 3 words, but yeah,
Yeah.
that learning something new.
Yes. So that was really helpful. One of the things that I like about sessions like this is well, and we kind of already touched on this. I just like the dialogue back and forth, right? To me, the most powerful energy sessions, if you will, and energy management work that can be done is where it's the stuff where you're really leaning into the modalities, right? So whether it's the super connection, whether it's the tapping, like whatever it may be. But then there's dialogue and conversation that's happening with it. To me, it's, I don't know, that's like the perfect blend, right? Because you're getting new realizations, and you're thinking differently, and you're in a space where like you're really opened up to be receiving information, and maybe hearing something you've heard a million times before, but this time it just lands a little bit differently, and it sticks a little bit differently, and it's like the missing like key to like opening like a door in your consciousness open and stuff like that. So that happened for me like a few times when we were talking. I think it happened yesterday when we talked about connecting the dots with how we kind of notice some patterns with new things in my life. And so how can I focus and ask myself questions and better understand how I am supported when I do new things. So yeah, I feel like that got a little rambly there, but
No, I gotcha. Yeah. 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 Thank you. For me, sometimes I'm in a space where I just like want the information and I want to receive it. And then there's other times, just me as a receiver, and then other times this is, you're going to get to the meat of things more where there's a conversation and the person's involved in the story versus just, this is the information I'm getting and off you go.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what they do with it. Do they integrate it? Do they take action? Do they just say, oh, thanks, that was cool, that was fun, that was entertaining? Or the growth is when you're integrating and taking action.
Yeah.
And not everybody needs that, and not everybody's ready for that too. So as practitioners, I think that we're both pretty good at like reading what the person needs and pivoting and just working with the person, like
Yeah.
they're ready.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. It's just where they're ready and what they're ready to receive. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This was great.
Oh, I loved having you. This was really like an interview. I'm so glad that my friend said that. She's like, I love the interviews. And I'm like, okay, sure, let's go with that.
No, it's like nice to be able to, it's just the dialogue. It's the dialogue and the understanding and the sharing. Yeah. We all need a little more of that sometimes, I think.
Yeah, the sharing is where I learned so much, like when people share, because, you had said something at the beginning, and I wanted to just touch on this just really quick, maybe as the last thing, is when we share, when people are vulnerable. You had said something about when you show up on social media and you're vulnerable. Those are the posts that suck me in the most. And those are the ones that I make the biggest heart connection to. And then I'm like, oh, somebody else has been through this. Somebody else knows what this feels like. And then they talk about what they learned. So it's this connecting to this human that I've never met. It's my heart is engaged, and I feel seen and heard in those vulnerable posts, which I like the informational ones, but the ones that are more vulnerable, I just respond to deeper.
Yeah.
And I had somebody say to me, it's time where you start sharing more of what's going on with you and letting people see, and they're going to relate to you differently. And I've known it. I've just been like a little timid to put myself out there to do that. But those are, when I'm honest, like those are the posts that I sit and read, and I'm like, the other ones, I'm like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I'm like, oh, you've been through a hard time. Oh, what did you do? Oh, you're still in it. Oh, let me read that one. That's just me. Not everyone is the same, but we're human, and we do need that connection, and we don't have it like our ancestors used to have it at the ready.
Yes.
We have our little family units, and we have to go outside the home to find our community and our tribe now. So
yeah, it can be really easy. Two things. It can be really easy within the human experience to get really caught in and pulled down in this swirl of what's happening. And that makes us feel really alone. And then the walls kind of close in a little bit. And that like makes you feel really alone. Like I'm the only one, nobody else gets this. Right. And the reality about shares like that and people being vulnerable is like, then you start to realize, oh, this isn't just me. And so what I would like offer about that is it's a very tangible example about how we are one, but we are the whole, right? So like we have those ones where I'm like, I am the only one that is struggling financially. Like I know that's not true, but bear with me here. Like I'm the only one struggling and this is what's going on and it's me and nobody else gets it, right? And then you take a step back and you're like, oh no, this is like other people feel this way and I'm not alone. And it normalizes. I don't love that term, but it helps normalize the way that we're feeling. So it's a very tangible example of what we mean when we say we are one, but we are also the whole. So
yeah, thank you. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just end it there because we are one and we are the whole.
We are. I love that.
Oh, Melissa, this has been so fun. I'm going to miss this next week.
Well, I am available anytime you want to pop on and like just like have these like deep conversations and blow people's minds.
Oh, I might take you up on that. We'll just
Yeah.
have like a little tea time in the evening or coffee time or whatever. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, fun.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Love to hear your comments if you're watching the replay. And if you want to just stick around for a couple minutes, if you have it, that would
Yep.
be great. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us.